Tonight, we're also looking at yesterday with a wide lens from a historical perspective. Will you remember where you were and what you were doing when they stormed the Capitol? News 8's Joe LaFurgey talked with a Grand Valley State University professor about how history will remember the day.
And they were asking it that day in August of 1974 when Richard Nixon resigned and Gerald R. Ford became president. In fact, one of the images from Wednesday's siege on the Capitol, rioters standing on the base of President Ford's statue in the Capitol with a MAGA hat placed on the statue's head and a Trump flag shoved in the crook of the statue's arm, may have seemed a bit ironic to some.
He resisted the more extreme elements of the politics of his day, and I think he sought to transcend them as president.
Ford came to power during one of the country's greatest constitutional crises. Watergate made Nixon's impeachment certain. He resigned on August 9, 1974.
I, Gerald R. Ford, do solemnly swear that I will...
It took decades, but Ford's efforts to bring the country together in the wake of the resignation would give the Grand Rapids native a special place in history.
He represents a kind of model that today conservatives and Republicans and people who might look to President Trump for leadership, they might consider someone like him and, consider the values he represented.
How history remembers Donald Trump remains to be seen.
There seems to be some evidence that he's, completely absorbed in the sense that he unfairly lost the election, and that's pretty much all that he is concerned about. Oftentimes, presidents and politicians mobilize people with passion, but never in a way to, license or approve or encourage a riot.
Murphy says invoking the 25th Amendment, while unprecedented, would be difficult. So would proving the president's encouragement to supporters Wednesday before the riots amounted to a seditious act.
It's a question that really will play out in the court of public opinion and unlikely to play out in a courtroom.
What also remains to be seen is if the events of January 6th unite us as a country or further divide us.
One way or the other, be an important chapter. And I think it'll be several chapters in the history books.
Professor Murphy says history will also judge the path of the conservative movement, either standing back saying they've gone too far or following the same Trump ideologies and tactics. In Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurgey, News 8.